Why journaling is a game changer. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly connected to your goals? I'm not talking about the rush of writing them down at the start of a new year or after hearing a motivational speech. I mean the kind of connection that lights a fire in your soul, keeps you focused, and keeps you moving forward no matter what life throws your way. For most of us, that connection fades over time. Life gets busy, distractions creep in, and before we know it, our goals are collecting dust in the back of our minds. That's where journaling comes in. Journaling isn't just about writing your thoughts on a page. It's a tool, a powerful tool that helps you organize your mind, reflect on your priorities, and keep your motivation alive. And today, I'm going to share with you exactly how journaling has changed my life, kept me on track, and helped me unlock levels of clarity and focus I never thought possible. So, grab a pen, take a deep breath, and let's dive in. Point 1. The power of clarity. One of the biggest challenges when it comes to motivation is a lack of clarity. We say we want success, happiness, or fulfillment, but what do those things actually mean to us? The truth is, you can't hit a target you can't see. I learned this the hard way a few years ago. I found myself feeling stuck. I had all these ideas in my head, but I couldn't seem to make progress on any of them. My mind felt like a cluttered attic. Too many thoughts, too many distractions, and no clear direction. That's when I started journaling. At first, it felt awkward. I didn't know what to write or where to start. But as I stuck with it, something incredible happened. I began to see patterns in my thinking. I started identifying what truly mattered to me, what was holding me back, and what steps I needed to take to move forward. Takeaway number 1, journaling gives you the clarity you need to focus on what truly matters. When you can see your goals clearly, it's easier to stay motivated and take intentional action. Point 2. Turning thoughts into action. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by your own thoughts? Like your mind is racing in 100 different directions and you don't know where to start? That's where journaling becomes a bridge between thinking and doing. Here's what I mean. When you journal, you're not just writing words. You're organizing your thoughts, prioritizing your tasks, and breaking down big goals into manageable steps. Journaling turns ideas into action plans. For example, I once had a dream of starting a side business, but the idea felt so big and overwhelming that I didn't know where to begin. So, I sat down with my journal and asked myself 3 questions. What's the first step I can take? What's the biggest obstacle I'm facing? What resources or support do I need? By answering those questions, I had a roadmap. Suddenly, the goal didn't feel so intimidating. Takeaway number 2, journaling helps you break big dreams into small, actionable steps. It's like having a conversation with yourself about how to make things happen. Point 3, building self-awareness. Here's a truth I wish I'd learned sooner. Motivation doesn't just come from chasing goals. It also comes from understanding yourself, your habits, your triggers, and your why. Journaling is one of the best ways to build that self-awareness. When you write regularly, you start to notice patterns in your thoughts and behaviors. You see what motivates you, what drains you, and where you're getting stuck. I remember a time when I felt completely unmotivated at work. No matter how much I tried to push through, I couldn't shake the feeling of being stuck. So I started journaling about my day-to-day experiences. Over time, I realized that the work I was doing wasn't aligned with my values. I was chasing someone else's definition of success instead of my own. That realization was a game changer. It gave me the clarity to pivot, to make changes that brought me closer to the life I truly wanted. Takeaway number 3. Journaling helps you understand yourself on a deeper level. The more self-aware you are, the more intentional and motivated you become. Point 4. Overcoming self-doubt. Let's talk about one of the biggest motivation killers. Self-doubt. That little voice in your head that says, "You're not good enough," or "What if you fail?" We all deal with it. But here's the good news. Journaling can help you silence that voice. When you put your doubts on paper, you take away their power. You can look at them objectively and challenge them. For example, when I was preparing for my first big presentation, I was overwhelmed with doubt. I kept thinking, what if I mess up? What if people don't take me seriously? So, I wrote those fears down in my journal. Then, I asked myself, is this fear based on fact or assumption? What's the worst case scenario? And how would I handle it? What's the best case scenario? And how would it feel to succeed? By the time I finished writing, I felt more confident. My fear wasn't gone, but it no longer controlled me. Takeaway number 4. Journaling helps you confront and overcome self-doubt. It allows you to reframe negative thoughts and replace them with empowering ones. Point 5. Celebrating small wins. Here's something we don't do often enough. Celebrate our progress. We're so focused on the end goal that we forget to acknowledge the steps we've already taken. Journaling gives you a space to reflect on your wins, no matter how small. When you take the time to write about your progress, you reinforce positive habits and build momentum. I make it a habit to end each week by writing down 3 things I'm proud of. It could be finishing a project, learning something new, or even just showing up on a tough day. These small wins remind me that I'm moving forward even when the journey feels slow. Takeaway number 5. Journaling helps you celebrate your progress. Recognizing your wins keeps you motivated and reminds you that every step counts. Point 6. Practicing gratitude. Motivation isn't just about striving for more. It's also about appreciating what you already have. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to stay motivated, and journaling is the perfect way to practice it. Every morning, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for. It might be a kind word from a friend, a lesson I learned from a challenge, or even just a beautiful sunrise. This simple practice shifts my mindset from scarcity to abundance. Takeaway 6. Gratitude. Journaling keeps you grounded and focused on the positives. It's a reminder that you already have so much to be motivated about. Point 7. Staying accountable. One of the hardest parts of staying motivated is holding yourself accountable. Journaling can help with that too. When you write down your goals and track your progress, you create a sense of responsibility to yourself. Your journal becomes a record of your journey, a place where you can measure how far you've come and what still needs work. Takeaway number 7. Journaling creates accountability. It helps you stay on track and committed to your goals. Point 8. Managing stress and burnout. Let's be honest, staying motivated isn't always easy. Life gets stressful, and burnout can creep in when you least expect it. Journaling is a powerful way to manage those moments. When you feel overwhelmed, take a few minutes to write about what's on your mind. Describe what's stressing you out, and then brainstorm possible solutions. This process helps you clear your head and regain a sense of control. Takeaway number 8. Journaling is a stress relief tool. It helps you process emotions and find clarity in challenging situations. Point 9. Strengthening your vision. Motivation thrives on vision, the ability to see where you're going and why it matters. Journaling helps you create and strengthen that vision. I like to write about my goals as if they've already happened. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be successful," I write, "I am living a fulfilling life, doing work I love, and making a positive impact." This kind of visualization keeps my goals vivid and tangible. Takeaway number 9. Journaling strengthens your vision. When you write about your goals in detail, you make them feel real and achievable. Point 10. Creating a daily ritual. Finally, the key to making journaling work is consistency. Make it a daily ritual, even if it's just 5 minutes. The act of showing up every day builds discipline and keeps your motivation strong. Takeaway. Chapter 10. Consistency is key. A daily journaling habit keeps you focused, motivated, and connected to your goals. Finally, a challenge for you. So, here's my challenge. Grab a notebook or open a blank document and start journaling today. Write about your goals, your fears, your wins, and your vision. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be honest. Let me know in the comments, what's one thing you're excited to journal about? And if this video resonated with you, hit the like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more life lessons. And in the comments below, add your personal experience that encourage others